Hey guys, today we're going to talk about what is a digital nomad, and more importantly, how you can become one. What skills are you going to need? What strategies are you going to need to employ? And of course, more than anything else, you're going to need to work hard to achieve all this sort of stuff. You got to hustle. April got this from me. It's pretty cool. We're going to talk about all that and more. Before we get started, one of the reasons that I want to become a digital nomad, and I liked it being one in the short period of time, was the adventure, the travel, right? So if you're interested in traveling and adventuring as part of your digital nomad lifestyle, there's a Humble Bundle going on right now. There's a link in the description. You can help me out to show you some of the stuff about around the world. So maybe when that part of your life comes and you can travel and work and do all this cool stuff, you'll have some ideas about what festivals to get, where the best spicy foods are, the museum, the 50 museum street art, and of course the global beer tour and much more, guys. So check that out. All right. Now, digital nomad. What is a digital nomad? At the end of the day, with that rate, what it basically comes down to is that you make money through a computer. That's what it comes down to. And when you can do that through the computer and through the internet, something like a software developer or a digital marketer, somebody who essentially can do their work anywhere in the world. And a lot of benefits come with that. If you're in a different time zone, for instance, let's say you're in a different, country, India, for example, where maybe you can get a higher rate than you normally would. So now you're making a ton of money based off of where you live, right? You know, if you live in the middle of Iowa and you're getting paid a $200,000 salary, a $100,000 salary, you're living like a king. You're making $100,000 in San Francisco, you might be sleeping in your car, right? So it all depends, right? But a digital nomad at the end of the day is just somebody who can do their job pretty much anywhere. You know, you could be in a pool on a laptop answering emails, coding out projects and things like that. And that's what a digital nomad is, and that's why it's so cool, because you can get up and go, right? You can Engineer Truth, Matt Tran, his if you're not familiar with his channel, he has a career channel, one of the largest on YouTube, about 250,000 subscribers, and he's basically been a digital nomad for the last year and a half of his life. He goes to the Philippines, travels island to island, puts up a video or two a week, and that's his life, and he gets paid very well to do that. Now, in his case, he's a YouTuber, but let's talk about some jobs that are a little more practical, right? Not that to say that you can't do YouTube to be a digital nomad, because you definitely can. But that's a longer process, in my point of view. Not everybody wants to do that, right? So, what sort of skills do you need to be a digital nomad? Well, you need digital skills, right? You need skills that incorporate you making money and not having to be there. And the most obvious ones to come to mind are software development, web development. You know, I can pretty much get up and go anywhere. I'll give you a perfect example. Tomorrow and Friday, I'm working from home because we have a giant hurricane coming to Florida, and they want us to be able to work from home. What does that entail? Does it entail I have to get up and move? No, I just bring my computer here, and now I'm working from home. And I could do this pretty much anywhere in the world, right? If I got up and I left and I drove 10 hours that way today, start working tomorrow in the morning, they'd have no idea, because I'm just doing my typical job, right? So software development is a perfect one. Digital marketing is another great one. A lot of companies are really diving into this whole understanding that not only do we have to have a website, we have to promote our website, we have to promote our goods, and you know, that is a massive field that hasn't really been taken over yet, because it's a new field. It's something that people are still getting familiar with. I was talking with my parents the other day, saying, yeah, you know, I'm doing this affiliate stuff, just like the Humble Bundle, for instance, just talking about it, stuff that I think relates. And they're like, what the hell is affiliate marketing, right? So it's what the point I'm bringing that up. Not just that my parents are old and don't know shit about computers, but really it's a newer trend that maybe a lot of people, even my age or younger, I'm about to turn 30, really aren't too familiar with. And that's a great way to get started. So other skills, video editing. If you can edit videos, again, there's really no reason that you have to be there. Maybe you have to be on set sometimes to record, but depending on the video editing skills, that's another thing. Writing, all these sort of things that involve a computer, which nowadays a lot of all the good jobs do, right? That's not to say all of them, but for the sets of digital marketing, these are all high-paying jobs. Maybe not so much video editing and writing. That depends on how good of a writer and how good of a video editor you are. But again, you don't really need to make that much money if you're traveling the world, depending on where you're traveling. if, let's say, you could bring in $2,000 a month, you could travel a lot of places on $2,000 a month and still live relatively nicely. I know that Matt, in his instance, travels to the Philippines staying in $15 a night places, and sometimes $30 a night places, and they're very nice looking, and he's able to basically travel on $2,000, $2,500 throughout the Philippines and in a nicer area. So those are the type of jobs that you're going to need to go and develop, and the skills that you're going to need to work on. Now, there's another thing that we haven't touched on, and those aren't the only ones, but those are sort of the main ones, right? The software, the video editing, any skill that you need to use a computer for and have the access to the internet, you can pretty much do. This goes for other things like accounting, right? You don't necessarily need to see your accountant, but if you're an accountant and you already have a client base, you already have customers that, all you're going to have to do is send me your taxes, send me this. So there's a lot of different fields that maybe are outside of that software realm, which is where I specialize, that can fit into this mold. A big field that's happening right now is sort of a e-assistant, right? Which is kind of crazy, right? Where you're my assistant, and maybe I don't even see you. We just webcam chat, and go from there. Or tutoring online, this is something I've done in the past, where I've tutored individuals over the internet. And if you have enough clients, these are all ways that you can support yourself. Now, I think software is the best way, because that's one of the ways you'll make the largest amount of money down the road. Now, one thing that's really important is having a sort of nest egg to be a digital nomad. And what I mean by that is have money saved up. And don't just save money, invest money. Warren Buffett has a nice quote that I'm going to misquote right now that says, if you're not having your money make money for you while you sleep, you'll be working till the day you die. Something along those lines. And it's pretty true, right? So what I would like to do is, for the next 5 years, I plan to work on site because I want to learn as much as possible, but I also want to make as much money as possible, and I want to save as much money as possible. And what I'm doing is I'm saving a percentage of my income that I'm not saving, but I'm investing a percentage of my income with the hopes that eventually I can residually make more money from the money that I'm investing and saving. So in these 5 years, I'm hoping that I'll residually make enough to pay for that $1,000 of expenses that I might do while I'm traveling, or the $1,500 to $2,000, or maybe 5 years from now I'm just not even interested. I just want to settle down and buy a house and pop out some little Dylans, whatever it is, right? No little Dylans coming soon. But the point being that investing your money, I personally think, is a very crucial thing that you need to do if you are trying to set up a plan. Because a lot of stuff in life, we all want it to happen now, right? If you're watching this video and you think, damn, Dylan, I really want to be a digital marketer, I really want to be a software developer, because I want to travel the world, and I want to be able to support myself on that. And I hear you, man. Everybody wants their goals and their dreams and all that sort of stuff today. And I'm not saying you can't get it today, but chances are you're going to have to put in some work before you're there. And if you gave yourself a 5-year goal right now and said, 5 years, I'm going from 0 to traveling the world and working, you can accomplish it. I have no doubt about it. Start saving 50% of your income. You say, Dylan, that's crazy, man. Who can save 50% of income? I save 50% of my income. Live below your means. Have no debt. The debt you do have, get a lower interest rate. First thing you need to do is pay off all your debt. Get it all paid off. Every single dollar. Stop spending money on stupid shit. Buy shirts that are $10 or less. Everyone has their own money saving techniques. I don't want to go too much in that. But start saving your money. Lower your cost of living. Don't buy a $40,000 car. Buy a $10,000 car. All these sort of basic things, right? But save money, invest money, first eliminate your expenses, and then have that money that you're in the next 5 years help pay for your trip traveling. And hopefully you'll get enough saved that maybe you're making $500 or $1,000 a month, and you can do that if you invest your money, or you get creative, right? Get a side hustle. My side hustle is YouTube, right? This is going to be something that's going to help me, that has helped me, so that I can save that 50%, right? Because that's a lot of money, and it's a lot to save. But get a skill, save money with those skills, and with your side hustle, prepare yourself financially and with a skill set that transitions you from a in-person worker to a digital worker. Now, there's going to be some trade-offs, right, that go along with that, which is why I say give yourself a 5-year period. It's going to be very hard for you to get a high-paying software developer job straight from zero experience to remote, right? A lot of employers, they still want you to show up to the office. But now give yourself 5 years experience in the field and you've worked hard, you've saved your money, you'll find a role that maybe pays a little bit less, but now you have the freedom to travel the world. And I'm sure you're willing to get paid $5,000 less or whatever it is, or $10,000 less, so that you can have the freedom of not having to go into work. And you'll save money that way as well, and not having to have rent and you know, all this other stuff that goes along with it. So if you want to be a digital nomad, sit down, figure out what it's going to cost you, and do it. And at the same time, you can save money and then just get up and go for a year. My brother is exactly that. My brother saved for all through community college, all through college, about $20,000 working as a delivery driver, and he's traveling. He's not a digital nomad, but he's essentially a traveling nomad at this point. But what his whole plan was, I'm going to save as much money as I can while I'm in college, and when I graduate, I'm going to go travel Asia, and I'm going to go travel South America off of all this money that he did. He just got done traveling Asia for about 9 months, and he's down in South America right now traveling for about another 6. So he's going to, off that 20 grand, travel for about a year and a half. Now, that's not, depending on where you go, 20 grand is not going to get you a year and a half. But him, he's staying in hostels, he's cooking, all this sort of stuff to make his money last. Now, my plan that I'm trying to feed you is, in a year and a half, have a income stream set up that you're bringing in 20 grand a year, so that your nest egg and everything isn't getting eaten away at, so that you still have something left over for when you come back. And you have skills that are making you money that you say, maybe I'll work 20 hours while I travel, or 40 hours. Maybe you don't want to do that. Get it down to 10. Don't be unreasonable. Still make it a part of your life. Be that digital part of the nomad. You don't have to do my brother where he just doesn't want to work, right? So that's okay too, though. Everyone's path is different. So to summarize, if you want to be a digital nomad, first get a skill set that plays to that, right? If you're a nurse, which is a great field to get into, not a lot of digital, right? Because you have to be there with the person, right, that you're helping. You can't connect over the internet and be like, hey, yeah, just go ahead and stick the needle into your arm and draw your own blood. It doesn't work like that, right? So get a skill set: software, video editing, YouTube, a lot of different avenues. If it involves a computer and you can make money through it, good way to tell if it's a good skill. Save money and invest money with that, so that it not only grows, but maybe when you leave, it can actually help fund your trip without you, your 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 grand, whatever it is you've saved in those 5 years that you've planned this, you can go and still have something when you come back, if you come back, right? And just execute it and be willing to flex and change your path slightly but surely, but always work towards it and hustle. Hustle. Everything that is worth doing is hard and requires a lot of effort and energy. But as always, guys, thank you for watching the video. If you're interested in some books so that when you do accomplish your digital nomad lifestyle and dream and you want to travel the globe, go ahead and check out the links in the description below for this. I appreciate you all, and I hope that if you are a digital nomad, that you will share it with some of the people in the comment section to let them know what you did and what your skill set is. And if it's something that you're striving for, tell us why and tell us how you're going to accomplish that. I really want to kind of create the comment section as something where people can go and learn about what it is they're trying to do. Because I'm only one point of view, right? I'm just a guy who's a software developer trying to blaze his own path in the world and the best ability that I can. And I want to learn as much as I want to educate and talk about my experience. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you happen to be looking for a boot camp, I couldn't recommend Dev Mountain any higher. They also include housing with their tuition, so you can get up and go and get started right away. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.